Right, go turtle for me. Yes, please. Right guys, so we're going to start here in turtle. We're going to do two very basic setups to get to a crucifix. One I call the dummy setup, but just because it's called that, don't dismiss it, right? Because people still get desperate, they're still ignorant, they still really want to try and score something from a bad position. So this is why I call it a dummy position. I normally just plonk my foot there, they look up, yeah, they go, oh, a foot, they grab it, and then we just drag it away, and then we're in our crucifix, okay? Don't get me wrong, it's not the highest percentage. The smart guys aren't going to fall for it. But like I said, especially if you get like a high tempo match, you kind of land here, he sees it, he really wants to drive and finish like a takedown. So it still happens. So like I said, don't dismiss it. Normally they'll have their head down. So there's no secret about it. Like I'm very loud, I'll plonk it there, he knows it's there. Oh, sorry, no. And then we can take it away from him. The other one, if he's been a little bit smart, I'm going to drive my knee through this little hole, and I'm going to use that to try and push his hand away from him a little bit. The further the better, obviously, but I only need just enough space just to dig my heel in, and then we can start dragging it away. And again, you get it sometimes, people rest their hands on the floor. If they're very confident in their neck here, yeah, they'll be chilling out like this. Yeah, that's great. We can dig it in here. Sometimes if he's protecting his neck though, like I can get it away, but I can't get his hand away sometimes. So a lot of times I either hang my seatbelt like very low so he tracks like the choking arm here, or a lot of times he'll get his hand inside of my choking arm. But now we start getting into this crucifix, okay? So initially, let's try and finish it on top. So this one, I'm still going to go to this one-on-one. I know he's going to try and defend with this one, so just hold it into the floor. Don't let him try and get to this choke hand. So we can start digging in our choke. As soon as we get fingertips, we can choke. We've still got the arm bar here. Personally, I normally finish it like pissing dog. I slide my ankle to his wrist, like back heel, and just keep pulling up, sorry. I do that one rather than knee spread and drive the hips. I do that one because I feel I have a bit more security over his arm. Sometimes when you spread your knees and you're not disciplined with this like ankle control, yeah, he can slip the arm. Okay, but they're both really horrible if you've got enough control. It is very common that you force the roll or that he forces the roll. Normally he's going to turn that shoulder, that hip to the floor here, normally, okay? So most of the time he'll look this way, that's it. So I want you guys to do the same. If he looks that way, don't look that way and try to roll. You're going to face plant, look the same way. And then you can roll over. I won't spend too much time going through all this sort of detail. We can just choke an arm bar from here as well. So the dummy setup, if he takes it, it's mine. Or if I go knee in the hole and I just start pushing this out with my knee and then taking it away. Just try and take his hand away from him as quick as possible. So even here, bring your hand to your chest and connect your hands. Round my leg. Go the other way. That might happen. There you go, that's it. Even if he gets here, still try and separate, try and take his hand away from him. One-on-one, just hold that into the mat and then finish your choke. If you feel comfortable, yes, you can go and double up on it. Most of the time you don't need to. If he forces the roll or you initiate the roll, absolutely fine. And finish as normal. Okay guys, 1, 2, 3. Right, sorry. Right, so that'll be our basic setups for today. However we get to that crucifix, the dummy one, we can start using our knee here. I forgot to say as well, like sometimes he hides his elbow inside, yeah, and we can't go and hit. A lot of times I'll just go to his wrist and I'll start like pulling this out. Yeah, he wants to take his elbow out, I slide the knee in and then go here. We'll end up in this same position, right? But the whole point of this is like, especially when we roll through. Sorry, that's it, just drop the legs. That's it. So Matt is obviously going to try to defend this, okay? What's very common is, yeah, he'll keep his chin very tucked, and 9 times out of 10, he'll try and slip this shoulder down to the mat. Yes. He gets lower and lower, and you can see here, I can't get my arm low enough to choke. So the position is gone, right? Okay. So, number one, this is very important. If I don't have this, he can turn towards my legs very easily. Yeah. So not only will he slip the shoulder, he'll actually control my legs. Yeah, get top position. So try to control this as much as possible, right? On the first one we're going to do, let's just get my chest up. We're under the chin, but this is where he starts going crazy. He'll go, yes, exactly. So I'm losing the choke, I have to be careful, right? So remember, this is very specific. I've almost got the choke, I'm under the chin, but he's starting to slip that shoulder. So now, this arm, its job is not necessarily to choke, it's to steer him back that way. So I'm under his chin, I'm going to flare it open and steer his head that way. And at the moment, his arm is trapped, so it's actually preventing him from going that way. So when I lift and I steer, I'm actually going to release this. I put like a little wedge under his back. You can see like everything's starting to make him turn that way now. I might put my knee up the butt, or I might use this as like a button hook and just start turning this way. So now everything is encouraging him to go this way. So as he starts turning to his knees, I'm just going to snatch out that bottom hand and connect. And now we're in our Bulldog choke. Sorry Matt, you're right. So I can finish here like this. If I want to be a real horrible whatever, I can make this little sit through. And normally on Bulldog chokes I'll go palm to palm. I won't worry about locking up this rear naked choke. Just go palm to palm. Right, so this is quite specific. We're in the Crucifix. His goal is to drop that shoulder down to the mat. That's it. So just come back. Do like a fish out fall. I'll go. Yes, that's what happens, okay? But I'm under the chin. So when I notice that shoulder going, I'm going to lift his chin and try and steer him that way. At the moment, this is preventing him from turning to our right. So I can actually let go of this. Most of the time, he'll gladly take it out as well. So if I just give him the stake, yeah. So as well as steering him this way, I'm going to use both legs. Normally I'll go near one and just wedge it under. And then the second one, I can start kneeing him up the butt, or I kind of use it as like a butt plug. But I'm trying to turn him this way. I'm just trying to turn him belly down. Snatch out the hand and then connect. Sorry, you can finish here like this, or if we can get this sit out, I become like very heavy on the top of his head. I just connect palm to palm. Okay guys, on three, 1, 2, 3. I'm going for more like a volume rather than like tons of detail today. So we're going to roll through again. Sorry. Right, so same scenario, but I'm not under his chin. So he's still going to try and slip that shoulder. So I'm not under the chin, I can't save it. Unless I can like drag myself like back under. But he's going to keep like shuffling away. So not only is the choke gone, the position's gone. Okay, so what's really going to save me is control of this arm. Remember what I said, if I don't have this, it's very common, yeah, that he'll actually be able to turn towards my legs. So I'm going to go and commit everything to this. Choke's gone, just go in Kimura grip. Okay? And again, once I have the Kimura grip, it's a really good controlling grip, so I can actually let go of this. Even like when I get here, there's a higher chance of him slipping the elbow. I go, yes, exactly. But I don't care from now on. Okay, we've changed the position. So we lost the Crucifix, he might slip that elbow or I release it. And we're in this like Kimura trap. So very controlling position. If I punch this, keep my arms locked like this, it's very hard for him to go anywhere. 9 times out of 10, they'll try and turn towards my head. This way, they'll try and come up to the knees, go. Yeah. But he can only do that if his elbow can like go this way into the mat. So that's why I'm going to lock my arms out straight. So if he tries to turn towards me, it's very hard to do. If he does, like control the speed and how far he can go. Turn to your knees. Turn to your knees. So look, we might turn it into like a back take, or turn to your knees. Turn to your knees. So look, Matt is trying to bridge, right? This is really common. Some people bridge. They bridge to turn this way, or they bridge to put weight on you. Just lift your hips up. Yes, to keep weight up on lift. That's it. So if that happens, I just walk myself under. Hooks are in. You can keep the Kimura grip. There's your seat belt. Just roll to your knees. Yeah, that's it. Go. So the armbar there will be there, or the back tape will be there. The other reaction, because there's normally 3 reactions. He bridges on top of you. He tries to roll to his knees, armbar, or he does nothing because he's scared of everything. So you walk your legs out, belly down, you come up, and then go. So we're going to be in the crucifix. I'm not under the chin. He slips the shoulder, choke's gone. Crucifix is gone. Number 1, we have to keep control of this arm. If I don't have that, he probably turns towards the legs. Exactly. And I'm going to commit everything to it. So I grab his wrist, my wrist. Kimura grip. I can actually release this if I want. And we end up here. Lock your arms out, punch his arm to his belly. If he tries to turn, should be very hard to do anyway. If I do allow him to turn to his knees, I go knee through the hole on the bottom, leg over the top. There's my armbar. The other reaction is to bridge and put weight on you. That's it. Or the other reaction is to do nothing. So I come up. Okay guys, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.